Okay, this is my review of the Rabble Rotorworx Rabble Rouser. Sends me a nice package here. Now, this one is two tops. It's going to be used for a different application, but usually he's got a bottom plate that's cut out for specifically for the flight controller to fit perfectly in there. With a little hot glue. Now, upon first viewing of this looks like flimsy little plastic, kind of really thin material, but it's polycarbonate that's been sandblasted to give it this look. It's really durable. But like I said, upon first viewing and opening the package, you kind of look at it and go, really? This is it's kind of frail. But it's really tough stuff. Compared to where he used to design his old frames, which I happen to have one of. You can see the old ones were clear, and the new ones are kind of a hazy material. So it's better for viewing, though. You can see it, but I'm going to try to hold the camera here, but you can see that basically the material has been cut in half. I mean, he's using a thinner material. Instead of using one solid plate, he's split the material to a thinner material that we can use a top and a bottom plate and get the same amount of strength out of it instead of just one solid lower plate. So what you get is these up. Usually this is the upper plate and then a lower plate, and I already have an assembled one here to give you guys an idea. This one here is for a different application. Basically, if you're going to use it for a flight controller outside of the Alien Wii or Alien Flight line, this is what you might be able to get if you can talk him out of it. He likes to stay specific to the Alien line. So this is mine. It's built. I got a classic narrow flight controller in here. All-in-one Micromotor Warehouse camera in here. 0820 medium speed or fast speed Micromotor Warehouse motors, and I'm using a 500 milliwatt, just milliamp hour 10 Amazon battery LiPo. So this is what they look like when they're all assembled. He doesn't actually use any kind of a foot to it. He recommends just hot gluing it into place. After it's assembled, it's pretty solid. I mean, it's got a little bit of play to it, but that's really a good thing to have when you think about crashing. That this thing flexes and it doesn't just break off. So think of a person that gets into an accident. Usually, if they leave their body limp and they're able to flex, that usually it doesn't incur much damage. I mean, I've crashed this thing pretty hard, and the motors don't even move. I've used a little bit of hot glue to give myself some feet so I don't pop motor caps off. But the way he does it is one way, and everybody kind of has a little bit of an option. But I'll remove this battery off the bottom here. Sorry about my hand. Just a little bit of 10-pound Velcro on here. You can see just a little bit of hot glue and the four corners here to secure the flight controller, and a little bit of Velcro for the battery. Flight controller sits in there pretty nice and snug. For my flight demonstration, I'm going to remove my my camera here so you guys can get an idea of what this thing really can do. I'm just going to kind of tape it into place or use a rubber band and just so it doesn't move. But you'll see this thing performs very well. Takes a hit, and I said it's actually, when they're assembled, they look really good, and it's solid. And it's a good product. So I'm gonna pause you guys, and I'll resume back here when we fly it. All right. Okay, we're gonna do some flying here. My dad's gonna record this for me. I'll give you guys an idea of what this thing's capable of. Like I said, I've removed the camera and just kind of tucked my battery lead for the cam power down. And in just a second, we're gonna try to keep this in the best view as we can.
Okay, so I don't have to do anything,
Nope,
right?
You're not doing anything. Just stand there and videotape this thing. It's already recording. Set my flight timer here. That's pretty good, nice and solid. I'm gonna take off here and
I don't know where the heck it's at.
flies really good though. Fast. Responsive. Good and solid. I have no complaints out of it.
I can't chase it that fast.
You hear that? It is too fast to be chased by camera. Really a nice product. A little different.
Lost.
Lost it again. Flies really nice though. Thank you, Dad. Alright, so there you have it. My review of the Rabble Rouser, Rabble Rotorworx. A little different design, but definitely a solid craft and nice piece of machinery here. I like the cutouts so you don't get much wind resistance. And most of the frames are solid, so you know, in a racing or forward movement, you would get a lot more resistance in something like this. But this is it's nice. I like it. Like I said, the flex to it. I've crashed it a few times, and the motors don't move. Oh, I'm still armed here, but the motors don't move, and it stays solid. And even if it did, it gives you. It's nice to have a little bit of flex in cases where you crash, and helps protect the components to it. So. I said you don't have to use motor feet. I'm just and really when I get the lipo on it and it's sitting on the floor or on the ground, it's the lipo's keeping the motors off the ground anyway, so don't necessarily need it. But it's just the way I did it, and so there you go, guys. Get yourself one. They're pretty nice. Thanks for watching.